Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. We honor our fallen heroes, wish the wounded a speedy recovery, and send strength to their families and their colleagues who are still serving in the DRC. Honorable Deputy Speaker, a debate on the Defence Force was long overdue. For the last decade, successive parliaments have approved budget cuts that have put the lives of the members of the armed forces at risk. We cannot keep sending Defence Force personnel with knives to a gunfight. The words members of this House say, calling the dead sons and husbands to broken mothers and wives heroes, means zero if this parliament will this year vote for a budget that amounts to peanuts. Those brave soldiers should have had the benefit of close air support, which they have had before, but they had little to nothing this time. The latest Auditor General report explains why President Paul Kagame can give interviews with disrespect dripping out of his mouth for our country and our president. A country the size of a district municipality feels emboldened to poke his fingers in the eye of this nation. This is why the SAF Force has seen a decline in the number of hours their key assets have been productive, with aircraft flying a total of 712 hours for force employment. This is down from 12,000 in 2012, 2013. This decline has taken place under each financial year since 2013, without exception. This amounts to criminal negligence. The decline in available capabilities has had an impact on training and development, with several aircrew losing their currencies. The decline is caused by the reduction in Arms Corps dockyard capacity, as well as the inability of DENEL to procure material for our troops. Madam Deputy Speaker, we have a senior officer corps that refused to submit to civilian oversight, have overseen a collapse in governance and strategic procurement, financial planning and leadership. Such an environment costs lives, such as we have seen. 3 things must happen. The first, we need a new strategic plan for the Defence Force, the Navy and the Air Force, including the hiring of younger personnel to strengthen our capabilities for the long term. Second, the Minister must table an enhanced budget for the armed forces, and this Parliament must reject it if it is inadequate. Third, the President must install Defence Force leadership that will run that institution properly and not get the sons and daughters of South African mothers killed. Anything less will dishonor the memories of the soldiers we send on such difficult missions. The time to act is now. Thank you.
The Honourable Maimane.
Honourable Deputy Speaker, members of this House, to the leadership of the Defence Force that is here, Bagaetsho dumelang. Let me begin by asking the fundamental question in saying, gore, ga ne le bana ba rona, a ne re ka kgona go nna bo botlhe mo ntlong ye, re ba re a ba ye ko ntweng ko DRC, ba sena ditlhobolo, ba sena thuso, ba ile go swela fale. Honourable members, I want to send my deep condolences to the families who have lost their loved ones. It is often said that soldiers die in fields they have not chosen. The leadership of this House chose that field to be the Eastern DRC. And ultimately, the question will continue to haunt us. If these were our children, would we send them? I want to highlight a few things. The distortion of facts is simply this, that we are going on a peacekeeping mission. No, we are not. We are going on a combat mission with no equipment, with no supplies, and our young people are being killed there. Furthermore, fellow South Africans, I want to say a few things that must happen, and I want to be unequivocal. Let us bring back our troops back home. They have no business there. It's getting worse by the day. People are dying. More people are being displaced, yet we keep thinking we can come here by tinkering with the budget and send more troops. It is not going to result in peace. The second issue is that the financial sustainability of this war is not there. Under Operation Tiba and Operation Vikela, we took money from social development, sending troops to Mozambique and other places, and said, let's send our troops there. What we are in fact saying is that while we go to the DRC, For the South African child, there'll be no more teachers, no more social development. We simply don't have the fiscal wiggle room to send troops to the DRC. Thirdly, we are sitting here with the corpses of our troops still stuck in the DRC. If we are serious in honoring their lives, we should take every effort to bring back our troops home. It is an immediate call, fellow South Africans. And ultimately, I want to urge that our leadership role must be one to find a peaceful mediation. Let us call for a dialogue between M23 and Tshisekedi so that we can find a response there. Let's ensure that Rwanda withdraws its troops from DRC. And let's compel Rwanda's government to dismantle the FDLR. It's the only way we are going to find. Lastly, this parliament must commission inquiry to ensure that we find out how many have died, what the financial implications are, and how quickly do we end this circus that is taking place. We are not silencing the guns, we are increasing violence. And therefore, honorable members, I leave you with this question. If these were your children, will you send them to DRC? Thank you.
Honorable Zungula.